lot of people in our business pretend to be multi-ethnic and multiracial, but they know nothing about it. They live in Beverly Hills, they live in Rodeo, they live in Westwood, they live in nice all-white places and have no idea what other people live like, sound like, talk like, or do. When I was going to high school, all my friends were listening to Jackson Browne. I was listening to James Brown. I would pick up little things from my Latino friends and from my black friends and from my Asian friends and just work that into like comedy somehow. So my first figure, Gitch, which was my nickname as a kid. That was my nickname, was Gitch. Don't ask me, I guess Gitchy, I don't know. I made Gitch into a Puerto Rican puppet. You know, put a little suit on him with a tie and everything, a little tux thing, and he became like the Latin lover. I had Gitch for a few years and then I decided, well, you know, I do this great black accent, so I came up with this character called Woody D. And Woody D was the antithesis of Pete Michaels. Everything that I wasn't, he was. I was not hip, he was hip. I knew no street jargon, he knew everything. I was basically shy and reserved on stage, he was loud and boisterous and didn't care what he said.
Word, got some girls in the house and that girly girl right in front of it, what's up?
I go for the, I'll say it, I go for the ethnic twist. I went up to a few open mic things and a few benefit shows, and before I know it, agents started coming up to me, bookers started going, man, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I got to get you to work this club and that club and that club. After the show, a guy comes up to me and he says, would you ever think about being on Showtime at the Apollo? I'm like, what, amateur night? I don't think so. No. He said, no, I mean a paid spot. The Apollo audience is unlike any audience on the face of this earth. The only thing I can think would have equaled the Apollo audience was ancient Rome in the Colosseum. When they love you, they love you. When they hate you, you are never going to play that room again. If you don't click right away, if you got to warm them up, there is no warming up. You got to come out with guns blazing, and otherwise you're out. And you're out in a brutal fashion. A good friend of mine who got me hooked up with different venues went on before me. And he lasted about a minute and a half. And the boo machine came on. They just booed him right off the stage.
Let's have an Apollo welcome for Pete Michaels.
I get out on stage. The applause goes from this to that. You could almost hear crickets. And then this voice in the balcony somewhere goes, and it's a female voice. She goes, and I hear her going, yo, why the dummy gots to be black? And I'm like, oh, God, I'm dead. And I hear people going, yeah, and there's like murmur going on. I'm like, oh, I haven't even opened my mouth yet. So I'm like, God, give me a line, please. It's a sink or swim situation. So Woody's looking around. He's looking all up and down. He goes, yo, baby, you up in them nosebleed seats. He says, for your information, the dummy's white. They went insane. The gate came down right there. The water came in. And that was it. And then from there on in, it was all bang, 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 bang.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pete Michaels. And yo, hold on, sucker. Shut up. First of all, you don't come out here. This is the world famous Apollo Theater. You know what I'm saying? You don't come out here and go, oh, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pete Michaels. You got to come out here and get the show started like this. Let me show you how it's done, man. Check this out. Yo, what's up, Apollo?
I can say, you know, one of the high points in my life is that I made my dad laugh. And you're always looking for approval from your parents, but my dad was the type of guy that, you know, later on when he had gotten sick, you know, we had this real, we were always close, but we really bonded more after he got ill. And then he really enjoyed me doing what I did and wanted me to do this, I think. My father told me, Woody D's the thing that's going to make you. And I was like, yeah, Dad, right. What do you know? You're from the old school. You have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, right. Well, he was right. Did the first show, Showtime at the Apollo, and then everything just took off.
Look at the size of this studio, man. I live in an all-white neighborhood. You know I'll be running, you know what I'm saying?
This is the biggest of the big time when I say here is Mr. Pete Michaels. Okay.
It's good to be here, Joe.
That's when Paul Mooney had called me over and said, listen, I'm doing a thing in L.A. I want you on it. I want that puppet and you want it. You know, we flew out to LA, we were out there for a week, and it was going to air on Fox. Now, Fox was the black network, had In Living Color and a whole bunch of other programs.
Let's laugh at 1991, starring Sherman Hemsley, featuring Pete Michaels and Woody Dee.
Welcome to Who's Telling the Truth. I'm Alex Latrette, and without further ado, let's introduce the panelists.
My name is Clarence Thomas.
My name is Clarence Thomas.
My name is Clarence Thomas, and this is my attorney.
It was during the Clarence Thomas thing. And as I watch it today, I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's bad.
At this time, I don't believe it would be prudent to discuss this issue. My personal views have no bearing on this matter and would severely distract your understanding of my position pertaining to the aforementioned in conclusions.
They pulled out, the sponsorship went to pilot, never aired. But that was my first introduction to Mooney and to Sherman Hemsley and all the other guys whom I've stayed, in contact with, and I've been working with Sherman over the years ever since.
And you got a friend behind you there, Peter Michaels. Yep. Peter, how you doing?
Hello, Regis. How are you?
Yeah, we do this thing called Sherman Hemsley and Friends, and basically it's Sherman and either 2 or 3 other comedy acts. So that was a 2-month run at the Claridge, which was a great gig. It was really sweet. I made it through Rodney King, but when OJ came along, white people were afraid to book the act. Black people loved it. They were standing in line to book the act. But the white clubs and the white colleges were like, no. So this agent told me. So I had a shelve Woody D. I had 2 of them. I had a backup, and I had to paint one white just to get work. So the white Woody D became Buddy. Buddy's funny, but Buddy's not Woody D. The energy is not the same. Woody D hits like a machine gun, Buddy hits like a .38, and it's a different energy. It's a whole different thing.
Well, first of all, if I was the president, it'd be a better ventriloquist show in the White House than the one you got now, that's for sure. I wouldn't be sitting on Hillary's lap. Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, Buddy's funny, but Buddy's not Woody. Our one vacation every year is the Ventriloquist Convention.
Boy, we are going to have fun the next 3 or 4 days. Are you ready to have a lot of fun here at the Van Haven Convention? Yeah?
Well, I thought we might find out if somebody has anything they want to ask Danny. That you or Farfel. Yes, please.
The ventriloquist community is our family, and we really love these people. We only see them like once a year in their design. And 25 years I've been going to these things. It's like 27 now. So you get to know these people. Who's got children now that we've seen them when they were kids, and now they have kids, and their kids are doing Ven.
Woody is just the funniest stuff, man.
What I've seen of Woody is the bomb. If Pete gives it up, he's doing us a disservice. He's denying us a pleasure.
He hasn't brought Woody out in a while, though.
No, he said he had him in retirement.
Are you performing tonight?
Just recently I decided within the last 6 months to bring Woody D out of retirement, to bring him back. What the hell are we doing here? Well, who the hell is it? What's up with that? What are you 2 white guys in your house? What is this? Y'all look like you're selling cookies. I ain't dying. All right, this is Woody D, folks. Yeah, Woody D right here. I think that certain people are born to do certain things, and I believe that. And certain people are born to entertain.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The whole idea of doing ventriloquism is not to scare people, it's not to insult people, it's to bring joy and laughter. So maybe that's my purpose in life.